Alien species men in black. Hey everyone, welcome back to The Hidden Truth. We've explored many races across the stars: the Zeta Reticulan Greys, the tall benevolent Nordics, the wise Syrians, the spiritual Arcturians, the ancient Anunnaki, the artistic Vegans, the regal Lyrants, the mysterious Umites, the freedom-focused Procyonans, the nuanced Solipsi Ray, the approachable Alpha Centaurians, the complex Orions, the powerful Draconians, the elegant tall whites, the reticulan hybrids, and the elusive shadow beings. Today we're diving into one of the most mysterious, unsettling, and persistent phenomena in the entire UFO and paranormal field. The men in black, not the movies, but the actual beings reported by witnesses for decades. These are not fictional agents with cool sunglasses and neuralizers. The real reported men in black are mysterious, human-like figures who appear after UFO sightings, alien encounters, or other high-strangeness events. Their purpose seems clear: to intimidate, silence, or warn witnesses not to talk about what they saw. Physically, reports of men in black share several consistent characteristics. They are typically described as tall and thin men dressed in perfectly pressed black suits, white shirts, black ties, and black hats, often fedoras or similar styles. Their clothing looks brand new and unusually formal for the situation. Skin is often unnaturally pale or smooth, sometimes with a waxy or artificial quality. Hair is usually dark and neatly styled, but in some cases described as too perfect or unnatural. Many witnesses report unusually large, dark, or piercing eyes that lack normal human expressiveness. Some accounts mention eyes that appear completely black or have an unsettling, hypnotic quality. Their speech is often stilted, formal, or monotone, sometimes with an odd accent or awkward phrasing that sounds scripted. They frequently show limited knowledge of everyday human customs, such as how to eat or drink, and exhibit unnatural stiffness in movement. Behavior is generally cold, threatening, or mechanically polite, with an underlying sense of menace. They usually arrive in groups of 2 or 3, though single visitors are also reported. They often come in large, black, vintage or brand new cars, commonly Cadillacs or Lincolns, that appear too clean or operate silently. In some cases, the vehicles have no visible license plates or have plates that cannot be traced. Men in black typically appear shortly after a UFO sighting or alien encounter, sometimes within hours or days. Their primary purpose seems to be intimidation or silencing, warning witnesses not to speak about what they saw, confiscating evidence such as photos, film, or physical samples, or delivering cryptic, ominous messages. The modern men in black phenomenon gained prominence in the 1950s and 1960s. One of the earliest well-documented cases is the Albert K. Bender incident of 1953. Bender, founder of the International Flying Saucer Bureau, claimed 3 men in black visited him after he announced a major breakthrough in UFO research. They allegedly warned him to stop his investigations and confiscated his materials. Bender described the visitors as unnaturally pale, wearing black suits, and emitting a strong odor of sulfur or brimstone. His experience was detailed in Gray Barker's 1956 book They Knew Too Much About Flying Saucers, and helped popularize the entire MIB concept. Throughout the 1960s and 1970s, numerous UFO witnesses reported similar visits. A clear pattern emerged. People who had clear sightings or physical evidence were visited by strange men in black suits who demanded silence. Some cases involved direct threats of harm to the witness or their family. The visitors often displayed knowledge of private details about the witness's life, adding to the intimidation. A notable cluster of reports came from the Mothman events in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, 1966 to 1967. Researcher John Keel, in his book The Mothman Prophecies 1975, documented multiple encounters with odd, formally dressed men who appeared after Mothman sightings and UFO activity. These figures asked strange questions, displayed unnatural mannerisms, and left witnesses feeling deeply unsettled. MIB reports continued steadily through the 1970s to 1990s, often linked to high-profile UFO cases. Witnesses described visitors arriving in unmarked black cars, speaking in monotone voices, and leaving the impression of being not quite human. Some reports included physical anomalies, such as the visitors appearing to malfunction like malfunctioning androids or dissolving into shadow when observed too closely. Within UFO and paranormal research, several interpretations exist. Some researchers believe the men in black are human agents from secretive government or military branches tasked with suppressing UFO evidence. Their odd behavior is sometimes attributed to special training, disguises, or psychological tactics. A significant portion of accounts, however, suggest they are not human at all, but alien beings or synthetic constructs designed to appear human. Their unnatural mannerisms, inability to blend perfectly, and knowledge of private information support this view. Some link them to gray or reptilian operations, suggesting they serve as enforcers or monitors. Other theories propose they are robotic or bioengineered entities created specifically for suppression tasks. Skeptics and some paranormal researchers view them as manifestations of the collective unconscious. Stress-induced hallucinations, or archetypal figures representing authority and fear of the unknown. The phenomenon is often categorized under high-strangeness UFO encounters, where events blend physical and psychological elements in ways that defy conventional explanation. Credibility remains a major challenge. The Men in Black phenomenon is almost entirely based on eyewitness testimony. There is no physical evidence, no photographs, video footage, or artifacts that has been independently verified. Most accounts come from individuals who had prior UFO or paranormal experiences, raising questions about expectation, suggestion, or psychological factors. Skeptics argue that many MIB reports can be explained as misidentification of ordinary government or law enforcement personnel, combined with the stress and paranoia that often follows unusual sightings. The consistency of the black suits, odd behavior, and intimidation tactics is sometimes attributed to cultural contamination from early books and media portrayals. Supporters point to the volume of independent reports spanning decades, the unusual details that predate popular media depictions, and the emotional consistency of the fear and intimidation described by witnesses. The fact that some encounters occurred before the phenomenon was widely known in popular culture is often cited as significant. Men in Black reports continue to surface, though they are less frequent than in the mid to late 20th century. They remain a staple of UFO and paranormal discussion forums, podcasts, and documentaries. The archetype has also influenced popular culture, but the actual reported experiences retain a distinct, unsettling quality that sets them apart from fictional portrayals. In summary, the Men in Black are described as mysterious, formally dressed, human-like figures who appear after UFO or high-strangeness events to intimidate or silence witnesses. They are characterized by pale skin, unnatural behavior, and an aura of menace. Information about them comes almost entirely from eyewitness testimony, with no independent physical corroboration. They represent one of the most persistent and psychologically unsettling aspects of the UFO phenomenon. Entities that seem to exist in the liminal space between government secrecy and extraterrestrial activity. Whether viewed as human operatives, alien enforcers, synthetic constructs, or psychological projections, the Men in Black continue to intrigue and disturb those who encounter them or study their reports. What do you think? Have you or someone you know ever had a Men in Black encounter? Did it feel like government intimidation, something alien, or something else entirely? Drop your thoughts or stories in the comments. I read every one. If this video helped you understand one of the most mysterious and unsettling aspects of the UFO phenomenon, please hit that like button, subscribe so you don't miss the next species, and ring the bell for notifications. Next time we'll continue our journey through the stars and the shadows with another fascinating topic. Thanks for watching. Stay aware, stay grounded, and keep questioning what lurks just beyond the ordinary. I'll see you in the next one.